Hi everybody, I'm working in this visual journal. It's a Strathmore visual journal. It's 140-pound watercolor paper, and I've covered this sheet with clear gesso, and I'm going to work with the jelly plates and just use them to lay down some sort of a background. And I'm going to use high flow acrylic in phthalo turquoise and green gold, and I wanted a yellow to go with those, but I'm out of my high flow in yellow, so I'm going to mix this raw sienna acrylic, tube acrylic, with some glazing liquid on my mat here. And I'm going to start with that because it's going to be probably more opaque than the high flow acrylic, and I'm just applying it to the block. There's something on there. And we'll see where this goes. It's pretty transparent. It's a different look. It's got those like little craters in it, which I don't hate. I'm going to use I'm going to use this round plate and then switch to, I have the size, I don't know, 4x6 maybe it is. I'm going to just put a, you see that? Probably not. Let me move this up here. There. And I'm going to just brayer this out. So if you have a jelly plate and you're not using it because maybe you don't like the mess or you don't get the results you want, use it as a stamping tool like this. It makes pretty quick backgrounds. Just grab 2 or 3 colors that you like and go to town. Just play. just overlapping, as you can see. Almost there. Not much mess, pretty fast. Oop, that one slid. That's okay. I'm just going to go in these little white spots and fill them up with a little bit of color that's left on the plate. And that's it. Okay. So my background is pretty much ready. I'm going to dry it and clean up my glass mat here, and I'll be back. Okay, this is all dry. I turned it into portrait orientation. I cut some stencils and masks just out of some brown paper, the size of the circles and rectangles that I stamped on there, and then I have some archival ink in leaf green, garden patina, and watering can, and I'm going to see how these work. I'm going to stamp some of these media 125 background stamps inside my stamped circles and rectangles. So let's try, let's go down here maybe. So the circle should mask what's around this and just leave this circle open. And I'm going to try for this. I'm not sure if these are going to show up or not, so I'm just going to try. I'm using the garden patina for this try on this stamp. And then I don't have to worry about getting ink on what's around it. It's subtle, but I think I'm going to like it. There, see? That worked pretty good. So let's try the gray, maybe on this one. And you don't have to be super precise, because this is background, you know. I will definitely be putting something on top of it. I don't know what, something. Maybe I should have gone with the different, you know what, I should have probably not put those designs so close to one another. Let me try it on this one. No, that didn't come out as good because of the overlapping designs, I suppose. I'm going to try green. Oh, that's green, isn't it? I don't know that the green's going to work, truthfully. Let's try a different stamp. This one has the bigger circles on it. Let's see if, I know I'm talking to myself. I'll go down here. Let's cut a little bit bigger than my shape, but that's okay. Yeah, I like that one. Let's repeat that up here. Now I could cover all of these pieces with packing tape on both sides, and they'll be good to use for several times more. Save me the time of cutting it out again if I need it again. Okay, I just took my black ink pad and went around the edges. So now that I've got my background pretty much established, I'm going to take some gesso and water it way, 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 way down. And I'm going to go over this whole thing with this gesso and push everything back into the background and really kind of bring it together to look more like one piece as opposed to a lot of different images. And before it dries, just here and there I'll lift a little, reveal a little more of the pattern, since I don't really know at this point what I'm going to do on top of this. I might want to see a little bit more of that pattern show through. Not a lot, just that much. Okay. Try it again. Alright, I decided I'm going to put faces on here. I have two stencils, face stencils. They're Pam Carricker stencils from Stencil Girl, and I'm going to use this Amsterdam graphite acrylic and a blending tool. Let's see how this graphite works. And you can see, I think there's like a big opening over here. Not real sure I want that. So I'm just going to kind of catch the edge of it and see if we like it that way. A little hard to see the stencil with so much pattern underneath here. What's open and what's not. Let's see how it looks. Oh, that's good. I like that. I'm glad I used the gray. So let's do this one. This I have part of that large opening just hanging off the edge there. Took more paint than I thought it would. Good. Yeah, I like that a lot. So now I need to think about toning back this part so that the faces pop more. I don't want to totally cover them up. I might do some collage. I'll have to think about this next layer. Okay, I did a wash of gesso in these areas and kind of wiped it back, and it was still a little too intense, so I did a wash of the raw sienna on top of that, and I'm still not liking it. So I'm thinking I'm going to paint out this negative space and this negative, or maybe just this negative space. Anyway, I'm going to use the raw sienna up here. I'm not sure I like that either. I'm just going to break it a little, let little bits of color pop through. And that's better. No, I don't like it. And this is the advantage of putting the matte medium down, because while it's stained, I can get most of it off. Oh, alright, let me just pull that off of the paper. It's getting too wet. I'm going to dry it. Okay. I put those stencils back on here, lined them up, and filled in this whole block. I think it looks better. It gives more contrast around the face. Did the same thing on this one. And I am just going to add just, oh, this goes this way, a few pieces of collage. Just a few. 3 to be exact. The colors are good. I forget where I had this one. I think it was overlapping this, but I don't know where. There. I don't like it there. An advantage of taking pictures. Yeah, that works for me. Alright. I'm going to grab my heavy gel, because this is pieces that I tore off that great big collage paper that I made, which is like 3 layers of paper, so it's pretty heavy. Regret this, but I decided I'm going to extend their hair with my fine liner bottle. I just have carbon black high flow acrylic in here, and I'm just going to do it scribbly, just scribbles. I mean, it's already abstract, so I might as well make it more so, right? Wish I would have used the shading gray for that instead of the black. It's just a little too much contrast, but I like the look of it, not so much the color. So I'm going to let that dry, and maybe I'll just go over it with the gray color. Okay, I just took the Amsterdam graphite acrylic on the blending tool and just went over the areas where I put the hair, and I like it better. It's not quite so black intense because there's less background showing through, and it also knocked the shininess back that you get from the high flow acrylics. They're kind of shiny paints. So I'm gonna, I think, grab some markers and pencils and just kind of put some finishing touches on this, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, I went back through, I put some charcoal around these papers. I intensified some of the color on the faces and the collar here on her neck. And what else did I do? I just used my finger and put some raw sienna I had left on my mat over here. Just some fingerprints there and here. I have some letters, stamps laid out where I want them. So I'm going to pick them up. I hope I'll pick them all up because they are where I need them to be. Okay. Then I can push them down, straighten them if I need to. And if you lay them on your page, then you can lay out the words where you want them. If I can get this L straight. And because I'm using the same letters in multiple words, there's spaces, and I'll go back and fill those in. Be careful with this wire binding. There we go. Alright, then I'm done with the T and the I. No, I need the T. T on there. Need the A down here. I think it's done. I think it is. I'll put some stills at the end, right before the end card. So if you enjoyed this process, give the video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And you'll notice next to my red subscribe button, there's now a join button. So my channel is now accepting memberships, and if you want to read all about that, just click the join button. It'll take you to a new screen and explain everything for you, and then you can decide if you want to become a member or not. And in the meantime, go make some art. Bye.